I'm Vikas Buri, your host to the evening, and also the newly appointed Executive Director for Thai Dallas. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to our monthly Mic and Mix speaker series. Last month, we had the privilege of hosting none other than Kanwal Rekhi, the founder of Thai. It was a truly stellar session, and today we continue to have that momentum with another exceptional speaker. But before we move ahead, I'd like to invite our board member and president-elect, Ayesha, to share more about Thai and what Thai Dallas chapter stands for. Ayesha.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? We have a great group of people today, so thank you for coming to this wonderful evening. And may I add that I see all kinds of founders, corporate leaders. Where are the investors in the room? Where are the investors, advisors, the founders? So this is what Thai is about. Okay? We are here so we don't just network, but actually make connections that can help one out. That's the point. We're not exchanging business cards. So no exchanging business cards, but make a true connection where you can actually find somebody that needs help. So this is what Thai is about. And a lot of, who are not members here? Okay, Harini? We have a group of people that we have to help in this mission. But as most of you know me, I'm Ayesha Mayhew. There's a bit of noise upstairs. Is that upstairs? Shh. Anyways, we'll try our best. I'll try to be loud. But anyway, I'm Ayesha Mayhew. I'm the president-elect for Thai Dallas, and I'm also a board member. I have my nonprofit called Everything AI Foundation, and actually been a technologist for 25 years. And I firmly believe that entrepreneurship is key for our advancement. It's absolutely necessary for making world a better place. And if we have more entrepreneurs that bring that impact, what a different world it would be. And I hope every member thinks and feels the way I do about giving. Giving is not a transaction. It means more. If you are a mentor and you can change somebody's life by just an introduction or a call, that is far more meaningful. And so please think about that. And this is really why Thai was started. So many of you were at the event last month with Mr. Kanwal Rekhi, right? Many of you were here. But he was the founder of Thai. And I happened to read his book, which I'm halfway through. So I'm always delayed with reading books. But he founded his company and he realized how hard it was for entrepreneurs. So the mission of Thai was to help someone, lift someone, so that we don't have just one successful person, but we have an army of successful entrepreneurs, especially from the Southeast Asian community. It was necessary for this to be started, and so that's what he did, and he gave. And the cycle of wealth generation helps the founders, helps everybody. So this is what Thai is about. If you are not a member and you want to learn more about it, please reach out to me or Harini or any of the board members that are here. I also want to talk about the pillars of Thai because it's very well connected with why we are here. So the pillars are mentorship, which I just spoke about, how that can change your trajectory in terms of helping someone. The second one is the networking, which I said is not an exchange of the business card, but actually making a difference to someone's business or whatever they're trying to find. And I've done this numerous times, and I feel like the joy is when your help can turn somebody and transform their life. That is true joy, and that's what TIE is about. The education is also key. So hence TIE has programs for the young entrepreneurs because we don't want them to be left behind. We want them to start early. Innovating early is very helpful when you're trying to build a company. The other pillar, which is also very important, is incubation and investment, because without any capital, they will not survive. So that's another part, very important part for the TIE pillar. You have met our president, the passionate woman that she is, and she's also able to get us all these beautiful places that we can meet together and have fun, but at the same time, remember the spirit of TIE. This is our team. I'm also on the board member. We have Vish. Vish, can you stand up? Roshan, are you here? Mukund? And Suresh is actually in India. Alok is not here, Saurabh is not here, and Udishna is one-man army show. She's actually based in India and she does a lot of marketing for us. And then Vikas is our newly appointed executive director. So we are very happy to have him. He just joined us this last week, and he has a background in AI and technology, but more than that, he was also ED for the Colorado Denver chapter. So we are very grateful to have his insight to help us, the Harini and the team, the board members, to take TIE to another level. So thank you, Vikas, for joining us. And I should say this, but without the sponsors, we cannot have these events. So thank you very much for Windmills for sponsoring this beautiful space. But in addition to that, thank you very much, AJ Fintechs. You are here in the room. So if you have any questions there for tax, please meet them. Silicon Valley Bank, and then #India for sponsoring some of the dinner items for our programs as well. And Cardo and McDonald's also sponsoring our events. So I talked about the pillars, and the pillars are very important to run the programs, which we are all part of. We have really 4 big programs. The TYE this year has been led by Ashish Tiwari, who's right here. He's done a phenomenal job. This is a program which is education, hands-on learning for young high schoolers that can pitch at a competition. So they are actually having their finals this Sunday. So if you love to support the young minds, please reach out to him and he'll send you a registration link, or reach out to me as well. The second is the women program, which I chair, and I'm very passionate about women. So I always feel like that's where I belong, and I encourage them and I give them any support they need. And we have several mentors that have been part of this group to help the women entrepreneurs. The university is another area that we support. So we are having a similar program where we provide them the education and mentoring, and they will obviously enter a pitch competition. And I have Amit here and Kumar. Amit, where are you? He's leading our university program. All right, with these programs and the pillars, it's very important to provide the funding. So we have the Angel Network, which is a global network, and the TIE Dallas Angel is led by a committee of wonderful people. Alok, Manoj, and Amit, please stand up. So if you want to be part of the Angel Network and contribute, please reach out to them. And I already mentioned the program chairs. And then we also have a sponsorship chair. I don't see you, but I do see Shilpa. Shilpa, she's going to be my sponsorship chair. And a little bit about our programs, because these are where we all culminate, we learn together, we network, we mentor each other, we make a difference. So we have the Mic and Mix every month that is hosted The next big event is InnoVibe, which is coming up in September. So please look out for your calendars. And then, of course, there's the TiECon 2026 that's happening in Houston in October 28th. So all these are great events to go to. And here's a QR code. So if you're not a member, this is an opportunity, but come see any of us and we'll help you become members. So I'm really honored here to host, or I guess help Harini with this event, because we have an esteemed guest who's a leader, and he is going to talk about his leadership journey, especially in building wealth. I call it abundance. So I'm looking forward to hearing him as well. With that, I would like Vikas to come introduce our an esteemed guest and also our president, Harini.
Thank you, Aisha, for the insightful overview. I'm truly excited and super excited to be part of this ecosystem. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Today we have with us Shankar Nagachaudhary, Senior Vice President at ServiceNow and author of A Novice's Guide to Wealth. Shankar brings a rare combination of enterprise technology, leadership, and practical wealth design. Following a life-challenging health crisis, he embarked on a deep journey into financial strategy, tax planning, and asset protection, eventually transforming those insights into a powerful framework that helps professionals and entrepreneurs rethink how they build and protect their wealth. His journey is one that beautifully bridges leadership, resilience, financial clarity, and the future of technology. And to bring out these insights, we have with us our very own president, Harini Madira, who will be moderating this fireside chat. So without further delay, please join me in welcoming Shankar Nagachaudhary and Harini Madira onto the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Vikas. I've known Shankar for some time and have been following his journey very closely. First of all, thank you, Shankar, for agreeing to be part of this evening and sharing your insights with us, which we're going to talk about. And particularly, I must say that I am the best girl in this room.
Best girl.
You know why? Because I'm the only one who actually bought the book and read it. I did my homework and came. They're all sitting and waiting on free books. See? No, so honestly speaking, I'm not a great reader. Okay, I'm a very poor reader, and I'm far from probably finance and wealth management. Not so good at it. Like most of us, just obviously busy doing work but not managing wealth. But I must say that you've kind of done such a fabulous job. It's such an easy read. If I could read it and go through, then I think the battle is won. Then it's going to be a super easy read for most of them. So thank you for doing this. Brilliant. I'm going to jump right in. We will talk about the book, but I wanted to first talk about your day-to-day life. You are constantly in the midst of, AI and automation, and now agentic AI, especially when these things are driving how the work should get done, right? And your vantage point at ServiceNow, right? Now, what do you think? How is the future force going to be, right? Is it like, where is the human involvement going to get irreplaceable? Like, while you have automation and agentic, I know you've kind of have all your employees make their own agents, right? So how you're kind of integrating it. So how is there? Talk us through about where the human involvement is going to be completely irreplaceable.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you, and a lot of friends here as well who I know. So thank you for inviting me here as well. It's a pleasure and an honor. Now, AI to me, first and foremost, AI runs me. Let me start off with that. I have a pacemaker, and pacemaker has AI. So pacemaker keeps me alive, so AI keeps me alive. So I'll start off with that. Now, it's a world of chaos right now. It's very important to take yourself out of the chaos and then think about what are the controllables? What are the things that matter? What are the things that you can control? Now, if you think about it, if there's just so much noise right now with AI, it's just crazy. But AI is going to be the most important thing in our lives. My daughter is sitting right here. I am worried about she getting a job later because of AI. But one important thing that I know, AI is not going to take jobs away. Yes, some jobs may not exist in future. They will not be needed in future. What will take jobs away is people who know AI versus people who do not know AI. So people who know AI and work with AI will take the jobs away. So that is the important piece. Now, the question really was, what is the future? I have no idea. But what I know, it is not tomorrow, it is today. Already AI is here, and it is moving at a very, very, very rapid speed. So just be part of it, just follow it, and go along with AI, and use AI in your daily lives and learn about AI.
I'm actually going to skip my second question because that's what I was going to build on and ask you that what about the resilience and clarity? Because you rightly said there's so much of restlessness, there's so much of chaos in the market, right? And in the midst, so how do you as a leader, you have to have super clarity, you have to have build that resilience and, to for the team to continue to move. So that's something would have been my follow-up question. So how do you maintain that, especially when you are leading such a large team, in an enterprise such as ServiceNow, when you have a massive team? How do you give that clarity and that assurance to your team to stay at it?
Yeah, so think about, as ServiceNow, we have been, and I'm very fortunate to be working for ServiceNow, and which is an AI company, and has been investing in AI for a long time. But the world really changed November of 22 when really AI became at the fingertips of everyone with ChatGPT. At that point, because we are in tech, remember I work for a tech company, so it's a tech. We had to tell people, everyone just go develop AI. Does not matter what the use case is, just go do AI. Then we realized it was a wastage of time. People learned it, but it was a wastage of time. Then came a stage where we said, now let's work on specific use cases which will move the needle. And those specific use cases were hundreds and thousands. And they did it in multiple different things, whether it's Copilot, Claude, does not matter where, they just did it. When we calculated the value, you save 15 minutes there, 2 hours there, 1 hour there, but realistically there was no value. There was a smile that was created. People didn't have to do a lot of things. There was a smile that was created, but it did not move the needle really what we did. Now we are talking about agentic workers, people who will work and do the stuff. So it is more about how we are graduating. We are also learning. That's number one. Number two, it is also about becoming more clear on what really matters to humans. Yes, that smile is important. Yes, I can ask a question and it can write an email for me. That's important. But from an enterprise standpoint, that does not make sense. What makes sense is, think about it, steam engine took away manual work. AI will take away cognitive work, right? So that is the important piece. So what matters most is the most important thing.
Fabulous. So let's shift a little bit of gears here. We've talked about the enterprise and the challenges there, but we have here a room full of founders. So if AI was to execute the entire workflow, so do you think does it make a solo founder now, scale faster, or do you think does it kind of raise the bar for that? It makes it the startup truly defensible, so which way are we going for that?
So before I answer that, when you can, don't Google it right now, but when you can, look at Joshua the hacker, right? Joshua the hacker. This guy has created a company where the CEO is AI, the chief marketing officer is AI, the CTO is AI, the sales guy is AI, everything is AI. And he's given a target to that AI, to the CEO, to say, I need to make $100,000. How you make it, I don't care. And that CEO is controlling the other agents and the other people. And so think about it, startup of future, where the CEO itself could be AI. Now, for solo entrepreneurs, this is the best time ever, because you could be 50x faster than anyone. Especially for enterprises, even though to us, again, we are very humble as a company. We are extremely humble. We know it is an existential threat. We know survival is not a guarantee. So we have to be very nimble and move fast. But for enterprise, you cannot move as fast as a solo or a small startup. What small startups can do, we cannot do that. Now, the only piece of advice that I will have, because it is easy to build, it is very easy to copy. And hence, there will be 10 of you. Now, how do you make it a success will be based on the value that you bring in and your supply chain, your network. So Ty Dallas is very important that way, so that you can network.
Thank you for endorsing that. So any of those who did not scan the QR code earlier, you heard it from the boss. So let's jump into the book now. And I was reading it, and you actually talked about that how your financial philosophy was shaped not just by the success, but failure and a personal health setback, right? Can you walk us through how that moment changed your approach towards wealth from from earning to truly designing it?
Yeah. I'll consider myself a very, very lucky human being. Extremely lucky. I don't know what sits right somewhere here just guides me. So very, very lucky. I've worked for fantastic companies. I've worked with fantastic colleagues. A lot of them are here as well. I've worked with just fantastic people, fantastic companies as well. Money was never a problem. Money was always good. And to me, I always thought because money is not a problem, you can just enjoy life. When I was on my deathbed, let me call it the deathbed, I had flatlined to zero. And not one time, 40 times I had flatlined to zero. At that point, my wife was standing right beside me. My sister had gone home to take care of herself. My wife was sitting right beside me, and I was talking to my wife about my passwords, where the money is, etc. at that point. So I realized I don't have a plan. They would be taken care of. They would have been taken care of, but there was no plan. They knew nothing. So that was a wake-up call for me to change stuff. And then I started to inspect everything in life. Inspect everything from a financial standpoint, not just financial standpoint, wealth standpoint, family, children. Those were the most important things to me. That how will the children get a job in future, right? Do they need to, etc. So I focused on taxes, AG FinTech. I focused on taxes. I made certain goals for myself. My goals, as an example, was zero tax. As a W-2 income person, I wanted to pay zero tax. That was my goal. I love the number zero. People who know me, they know me about that. I love the number zero. Zero tax was my first thing. Next was I wanted to get out of my corporate life in a certain age in the next 4 or 5 years. And I needed to have a substantial amount of money coming to me every year. I didn't have to touch my nest egg. And the other important thing was I needed to create smile with everyone. So what I learned, I needed to be able to give it to others. So those were my 3 big goals.
Fabulous. So you've kind of given me a segue into this, that, you know, when you and I were having this conversation about one is money, one is wealth. And wealth has like multiple definitions, right? Wealth is about knowledge, wealth is health, wealth is your legacy. And one of the most powerful ideas that you shared with me, and Anushka is here. Anushka is Shankar's little daughter. And, he shared with me that, wealth is not about building something for yourself. But he told his little 13-something and 10-something-year-old kids that they have to build wealth so that they are able to support 101 families. So the agenda and the goal for their growth and is about to be able to support 101 families which are not your own family, which is not your own family. So that kind of, I've kind of instilled something very interesting, that you are now, you talked about entrepreneurship, and very early on, will they have a job, right? This was pre-AI hitting all of us. So talk us a little bit about that when we talk about wealth and legacy and raising next generation and instilling that entrepreneurial, mindset into and supporting, and it's about giving back. How did that happen, and why did you talk about that?
Yeah, so to me, goals are very important in life. So when they were both 5 years old, first my daughter and then my son, when they were 5 years old, we set a goal for them. Me and my wife, we sponsor about 15 kids. And the goal that we wanted to do for them was 10x. But by mistake, I said 101 families, that's what you have to support. Then they started arguing with me, you cannot say 10x, which is 150 families. You have to say 101. So we stuck to 101 families that they have to support when they grow up. I don't care if they become the number one thief in the world or if they become the number one doctor in the world or whatever. To me, which is very important in their life, is that 101 families that they have to be able to support. And for that, you need wealth. See, if you have to support 101 families, first of all, you have to take care of yourself and your family. You want to drive a nice car. You want to have a nice home, whatever. So you have to take care of yourself as well and have that wealth. Very important was when I saw, even at ServiceNow, we take about 1,000 interns every year globally. On September 2nd week, the application comes out. Ramesh is here. His son has applied several times via me. And even after I recommend, people don't get in. So what is to say 6 years from now, my children will get in? It was a difficult thought process for me. So what I did was, I I started, because of my tax thing, etc., I started encouraging them to become my partners in my businesses so that they can start to learn their businesses. So they started having their own businesses, whether it is managing a short-term rental, whether it is managing a gas station, whether it is managing equipment stuff, whether it is managing a media company. Now, the trick, and I'll tell the trick to everyone, the trick is very, very simple. Baby boomers are retiring. Every day, 10,000 baby boomers retire. Of the 10,000, 2,000 of them have businesses. Of the 2,000, 1,000 of them do not know what to do with that business. They will sell those businesses. And this could be boring businesses. It could be businesses not with AI. It could be businesses with laundromats. It could be businesses where they have a very nice supply chain company, etc. Right? And essentials. Think about it. Jails have a lot of inmates. Even jails need food delivered to jails. Think about it. There are businesses like that which deliver food to the jails. So those are boring businesses where you don't need to be an entrepreneur to start it, but you could be an entrepreneur to buy it. Yeah? So that's the secret.
Yeah, so basically I was just thinking that, like Aisha talked at the beginning, that our pillars are about nurturing, young entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, and then funding. You seem to be running a mini Thai at your home itself. Both his kids are entrepreneurs already at 14 and 17 and actually making revenue, so commendable. And of course, wife Pallavi also is supporting the business. So before we open the questions to the audience, I'm going to do a quick, rapid fire with you. Give me one leadership habit that you swear by.
Servant.
Perfect. That I can see. The very fact that his ex-company colleagues followed and they are here proves that you're a servant leader. One financial mistake to avoid. Rapid.
I know. I'll because I make so many mistakes every day. So I don't know. It's just I make too many mistakes. So I don't know how to advise people on what mistake not to make. But I'll say don't spend more than you earn.
Yeah. One belief about AI you strongly hold.
It is the future. It is today.
One definition of true wealth.
You can sleep peacefully and you don't have to work for money.
Perfect. At this juncture, we'll open the floor for any questions anybody has for Shankha on agentic AI, automation. I wouldn't say tax planning, Shankha, because Anil is right here and he'll say, I am the AG Fintechs. But yeah, on leadership specifically, there's a hand behind. So can I request you to come here, sir?
I know Shankha last 12 to 13 years. And we are working closely in the previous company, PepsiCo. I know what he said, exactly what he said here. He is very good in the personal and professional. Perfect. I know how he worked during the SAP transformation 2024, 24/7, round the clock, executed in the time. He talked about the AI and he is working the service now. And he also work in the SAP. So how the AI we can integrate with SAP basis, because SAP also have a Joule AI. So how the external AI like agentic AI and Gen AI we can integrate in the SAP base?
Yeah, so it's a fantastic question. Very, very technical, but I'll quickly answer it. To me, it is all about the persona. Why do you need AI? That is the question number one. Question number two, what is AI solving? Number three, SAP is awesome in supply chain and manufacturing. And how can that supply chain or manufacturing function be agentified? Now, it is not about just SAP. It is not about just one piece of software. It is about a business process, whether it is make to deploy, hire to retire, go to market, order to cash, whatever that is. So it is the process where there could be many software who will have their own agents controlled by someone, some agent somewhere, and that is how you integrate. And today integration is very easy. There is MCP and A2A. I'm not going to teach that today, but there are things which you can easily do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sangha.
Anybody else?
Yeah. So you can shout your question from there.
What's the best thing I took from PepsiCo and applied it at ServiceNow? I think PepsiCo is a fantastic company. It has taught me leadership. It has taught me how to not think about myself, but think about people more. PepsiCo has a tagline, "We create smiles," and my blood is blue in color. My blood will always be blue in color because of PepsiCo. So to create smiles, and I've carried that creating smiles in my work and in my daily life as well.
I know you very well in Pepsi. How you work? You work as a vendor. You said you had 0 level. What is changed in your life? 0 level to next level.
So the question he's asked is, when I died, when my heart went to 0, what changed? I think the perspective about life. Actually, someone told me, I'll joke about it. Someone told me, you should have said you have seen a white light, you have seen God, and become Shankhanananda Swami, right? And you would be a rich man. But I didn't see any white light, unfortunately. So the perspective about life, that what matters in life, all these things that we fight about every day, the politics, all that does not matter in life. What matters in life is you are creating a smile for someone, whether it's your family, whether it's yourself, whether it is for someone else, does not matter. You are just creating smiles everywhere that you go. That's most important, because tomorrow I'm not here. I will die, and people, or I will leave a certain company, and I'm so proud to say that when I leave a certain company, people don't say bad things about me behind, right? So that's the important thing. Just create those smiles. What does legacy mean to me? Oh, this is so cool. Legacy, if you asked my dad was very proud of our last name. Our last name, he was extremely proud of it. And people will understand this. We came from what we call it as a zamindar family and all of that. So I have a chart in my house now as well, a 33 generations chart. So for him, the legacy was the last name. For me, the legacy is no one talks shit about me. Sorry for my French there. Legacy is they may not talk good about me when I go, or they don't even remember me when I go, but they don't talk shit about me. So that's one. Number two is that I have my next generation that I have created. They are creating smiles. They are not bad human beings, and they are creating the smiles, and they're carrying forward those smiles. So those are the two important things for me. So.
Oh, wow. Go ahead. Wow.
For me, what is a good leader, and how do you become a good leader?
The question is, how do you become a good leader? Who is a good leader? How are you a good leader, and how do you become one?
Yeah. So, to me, a good leader is someone who is not managing, who is doing the work and inspiring the people. They are not just telling you to do a work. They are not. They create followers. They create again smiles. They create smiles in the followers. They grow people. It's not about them. It's about the others. It is about the work that they are doing. It is about the mission that they have to accomplish the mission. A good leader loses many times, but when they win, and when a leader loses, it is his or her to take the blame. But when they win, it is always the team who wins. So to me, that is very, very important. So a good leader is a servant leader, is very collaborative, takes care of their people, and is the champion for their people.
Brilliant. Yeah, please.
Question.
When you're trying to build a company, there is legacy, and lots of colleagues that you've done 24 hours, how do you manage work, family, try to do all this?
So the question is time management. How do you manage time while working, managing businesses, family, giving time to your family, etc. as well? It is all about prioritization. It is all about what is important in your life. My daughter is here, so I cannot lie. So to me, the dining table is extremely important. Whenever I have dinner, I want my family with me. So that is very, very important. I always find time to sleep. Very, very important to me. Sleep is extremely important. Rest all is very easy. Managing the rest all is extremely easy. Like, work is work. If you're good at it, you also have AI assistants these days. How does it matter? And when you have good people who you are taking care of, they will take care of you. So work is easy. Work is the easiest. Managing businesses. My wife is not here today because my daughter's business is actually sinking. so she's trying to revive that. So anyway, so she is very, very tired because of that. But it is all about taking everyone's help, but sleep, finding time for yourself and for your family, that is the most important thing. Rest all does not matter.
You had a question, Tariq.
Oh, that's okay. So thanks for giving a little insight on AI. I just had a question related to that. So how do you think, and I know you answered half of it with the leadership qualities, but how do you think leadership itself needs to evolve as AI becomes more integrated into decision making and operations? And with what qualities will define effective leaders when teams increasingly include both humans as well as AI systems?
So I don't know if everyone heard the question. It is all about how do you change as leaders managing AI?
Yeah.
So first, couple points. Number one, work with AI. Number two, AI is in org charts today. It is not tomorrow. AI is in org charts today. So in the org chart, we have agents who are doing agentic worker work today, right? So they are not, they work 24/7. They need the same amount of care and feeding in terms of training and right data. So you manage the machine, which is learning, the way you manage humans as well. So that is number two. Number three is AI will manage humans. You have to remember this. AI will give you the task. Meaning today, most people think I give the task to AI, AI does it for me. It is happening today, not tomorrow. AI will tell you these are the steps, you go do the work. Okay? So that is happening today. So AI will manage people as well. So the leadership change and the thought process change is, yes, you have to work with the machines. Machines don't have emotions. People have emotions. Machines don't do politics. People do politics. So you have to learn how to manage those emotions and politics the right way, because humans cannot. Now they can blame a machine, but the machine is doing the work exactly what you told it to do, or it is learning and doing the work. So the politics come between human and machines now. So you have to manage that as well. So the question was, can you give an example where a machine is telling you what to do versus you telling a machine what to do? So think about it. Very simple. I'll give you an extremely simple example. I run a report. I say, AI, give me a summary of that report. AI not only gives a summary of that report, even ChatGPT or you go anywhere, it not only gives that, it also tells you, please ask me this next question. So it's already telling you to do the next thing, regardless of where it is managing you or not. So that is the simplest example of all. So AI, from agentic worker standpoint, there will be human tasks in a flow of work. It will tell you exactly what pieces of work you need to do, and it will measure you on that work, whether you did it right or not, going forward.
With AI emergence, right? All the parents in this room, right? Obviously, we all worried for our kids, right? I have two teenagers. What is that? The young teenagers, right, should be doing now to prep themselves for the world. We don't know how it's going to look like, right? And what is that they need to do themselves, right, to be young entrepreneurs, and what would be
Join Ty Dallas. The question was, as parents of young teenagers, what should we tell them? What should we teach them for them to be successful in life? I wish I was an oracle. I wish I had seen that white light, and I wish I could guide you. I have no idea. First of all, I have no idea. And no mantra is right for anyone. To me, the most important thing kids can learn is leadership. Kids can learn about how to manage emotions. Kids can learn about working with AI. Like I said, people who know AI will take away the job from people who do not know AI. So, regardless of what, whether you are an attorney, whether it's a CPA, whether you are a doctor, does not matter what, you have to work with AI to be able to take the job away from the others, right? So that, other than that, I really don't know. I'll say buy boring businesses, which AI will not do. Or join the TYE.
Yeah, make your kids join the university and the Young Entrepreneurs Program.
Okay, let me take that.
I have one question.
Yeah.
So what is the unfair moat you have seen in the AI space, which is very hard for the big guys to break it in the next 12 to 14 months, because you're trying to build a moat and the big guys try to eat up your breakfast. So what is the actual moat you have seen in the AI space, very specific to, which is actually giving an unfair advantage despite being you having 10 people just like you in the market, but you still have that nuantic moat which would still keep the value intact?
I don't have an answer for it, because there is really no moat. Every day there is a new moat. Every day there is a new moat. The question was, what is the moat that I have seen? Because it's changing every day, right? Like I said, this Joshua the Hacker, like the startup, that's like a brilliant idea. It's all about idea that people are coming up with. because AI can do anything, right? So, but I am not seeing specific modes. You will not believe I was in Palo Alto last week, no, the week before. I met at least 16 startups, and I do this a lot with startups. 16 startups, all of them very unique. All of them have their own niche. All of them are looking for money, and these are like Y Combinator stuff as well. So these are pretty decently funded, but none of them know whether they will exist tomorrow.
True.
So I don't know, and they are really fantastic. Like some of them are so freaking fantastic. Like especially for a techie who's grown up as a techie, it's like feels so beautiful. Oh my God, this is happening. But that goes away in a minute pretty much because the next thing is coming. So I don't know. I don't know the mode.
Shankar, one question. What is the non-rosy aspects of AI that keep you awake at night? I mean, after all, AI is a non-biological intelligence, which is way smarter than humans even at present. So are we all on a one-way superhighway to hell and non-existence as humans? Or because nobody seems to be giving a thought to the guardrails that need to be taken? Very human question. So first of all, nothing keeps me up at night. I sleep really well. But I'll tell this, that like I said, steam engines took away the manual labor. LLMs and AI will take away cognitive. My biggest fear is we humans stop thinking that and becoming creative. What is happening today is we are becoming extremely dependent on AI, even to write freaking SMS messages, emails, right? Right?
Yeah.
So we are so freaking dependent on it that my fear is we will start thinking and being creative. And that will be the end of many things for us. And AI, like you said, there are no guardrails, and there will be no guardrails. There will be villains. You see how much security attacks are happening today, every day. And because of the Iran war as well, security has become like the craziest thing every day. And from a cyber standpoint, and from a innovation standpoint, quantum is coming. So even more powerful computers are coming, right? So it'll become even more powerful. So there is no real guardrail, but humans need to have that creativity and need to have that cognitive ability at the right place, or else we are done.
So I know my time was over, but I'll still ask you one last question, and we'll wrap after that. You know, any invention, any innovation, any disruption typically also has detest from people, right? Because you need to kind of reinvent it. Whether IoT happened, you know, when transformation, digital transformation, people went through that. But especially with AI, the same transfer, when, you know, it's happening, especially at an enterprise level, right? It's happening at a very rapid pace, right? And to be able to convince people that it's a do or die, either you learn or use, like to your point, those who will use AI will stay, others will go. And more so at an age when with age it becomes even more difficult for people to adapt. What are the challenges that you use? And I know that in your team you have like large teams that you're managing. How are you kind of managing that mental shift to kind of, you know, learn LLMs and automations and, you know, and use it and adapt it and, you know, stay afloat?
That is, so the change that we have to bring in us is the most difficult thing. As you heard Tej as well, I grew up doing a lot of SAP work, etc. And now I don't even touch that. I named my family after SAP actually. Shankha, Anushka, Pallavi is my wife. And then we had a son, so we called it another ASAP. So I was that big a fan of SAP. Changing ourselves is one of the most difficult things. Now, will we be able to do everything like a young kid coming out of college who is going through that training every day and coming out? I'll never be able to compete with them. What I'll be able to compete with them is in my niche where what I know about businesses and how businesses work and how I can optimize processes. So you have to find your niche and develop something with AI with that. You can ask ChatGPT more questions based on those niches and then you'll be successful. So the other thing that I do is I learn a lot. I have even my directs, again, it's not about the age factor, it's at what level are you at a certain career in your life. Even they become like, I don't want to learn, but I'm force learning, force making them build agentic AI agents. True. I'm just forcing them to, and when they learn, they become their next levels learn. So that's what. So it's kind of forcing a function a little bit.
Fair enough. Thank you, Shankar. This was a brilliant conversation. Can we have you back on the stage? And also, I'll do Vikas's job. I'll invite all the board members, Aisha, Mukund, Vish, if you can please join us on stage to felicitate our speaker.
And thank you so much. It was all my pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, so
Thank you.
Sorry, I know it was your task, but we've been using last two series to felicitate our mentors, people who actually voluntarily give their time, take master classes, mentor all of the program participants in TYE University. We had one lot who got felicitated last event last month, but we missed some of them. So we will put this. Can you put the next slide for me, please? So if you see your face and you're in the room, I don't know if Venu is here. Venu was supposed to join. If not, we'll just give him a shout out. Roshan is missing. Srini is missing. Sai, I don't see. Partha is missing. Shweta is missing. Anil, we'll start with you. Can we have you on stage, please?
Satish, we have Satish. I know Satish Goyal is here. Andrew we missed you last time, Andrew. That's it, I think. Thank you, Shankar.
No, thank you.
thank you all. Thank you, Harini. I request our leadership team to stay back for a group photograph. request all the awardees, board members, President-elect to please be on the stage with the speaker. Let me begin by expressing our heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, without whose continued support we wouldn't have been doing all these events. Our annual sponsor, AG Fintax, our gold sponsor, Silicon Valley Bank, our bronze sponsor, Kado and Kumar McDonald's. For today's event, a special thank you to Total Environment and Windmills for their beautiful venue and the wonderful hospitality. At this point, I'd like to invite Mr. Lewis from the Total Environment to speak a few words.
Hello. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all all for coming out tonight. I'm Taylor Lewis. I'm the construction manager for Total Environment. So we have a neighborhood Tapestry, if y'all are unfamiliar with it. It's over in Frisco, and we are part of the same parent company, Total Environment. So we have development, which is a neighborhood, a luxury high-end neighborhood, as well as Windmills Craftworks. You're about to hear a conversation on leadership and wealth, how to build it, how to grow it, and how to think about it over time. At Total Environment, we think about one question: what does it feel like to actually live wealthy? For us, that answer always comes back to design. Not as decoration, but as something that quietly shapes your everyday life. The way light enters your home, the way spaces flow, the way nature becomes part of your daily routine instead of something you visit occasionally. At Tapestry in Frisco, we brought this idea to life through a community built around nature. We have creeks, water features, mature trees, courtyards and gardens, as well as second floor terraces. Indoor and outdoor living feel like one continuous experience from the moment you walk in your front door. Because we believe a home isn't something you simply occupy, it's to reflect how you want to live. So when we think about wealth, we think about it not just something you build over time, but something you experience every day. Building wealth is only one journey. Designing a life that reflects that is another. If this way of thinking resonates with you, we'd love for you to experience Tapestry. There's a packet in front of you at all the tables with more information, and Laurel Hunt, our sales agent, her business card is inside. I'll be here the whole event as well as Laurel, and so if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask. We're very happy that y'all came, and in the meantime, please enjoy a short video on our design ethos, and have a great evening.
Fluidity is perhaps the most important aspect of design for me. My name is Shibani Sagar, and I am co-founder of Total Environment, also a partner at Shibani & Kamal Architects, and we're located in Bangalore. Letting the outdoors in has been one of the guiding principles of the design that we do. When it comes to mass housing, very rarely do you get to hear about good architecture. This is an area that we would like to work in.
I am Adi Sagar, CEO of Total Environment here in the US. Tapestry is a custom home community located in Frisco, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. We like to use natural materials as much as possible. The green roof, it's meant to feel very intimate, very low, very inviting.
It helps keep the home cooler in the summer, and when there are hailstorms or something, it actually protects the roof.
Especially with the brick, it really lasts well and develops its own character over time. We make sure that everything feels very linear and horizontal. As soon as you come in, you see the home starts to curve. What we've come to realize over time with designing a lot of different homes is using geometric shapes, using circles, using squares, tends to lend itself to better use of space.
you will find that every space has a garden to walk out into. Whether it is upstairs or downstairs. The mirror dado that we have at the kitchen counter, even when you're cooking right there and you're not really facing a wall, you see the beautiful landscape right there.
We'd like to use natural materials on the inside as well. So you'll see a lot of woods, a lot of marble. When you walk up the stairs, you see our family room having the sawtooth windows. We didn't want to get low, harsh western sun, and so we angled the windows to face north and get some more of the indirect light. The home is where you're living for most of your life. That's where you're going to spend the most time, so it really should be the most important to design.
We are all human beings after all. The only thing that's really going to carry you are your relationships. Whether it is with the natural world or whether it is with people, it's something that guides the way we design.
Thank you, Total Environment. You've been a strong partner for TIE Dallas, including as a silver sponsor for our InnoVibe conference